All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's time for Sketching the Privateer. I am your host, JoesAtmosfere. It's good to see you guys. And as usual, we have the smooth sounds of sharking for pearls behind us. You know that little band my brother runs, Highlander, you know. The name of the song, if you're wondering, is Hotfoot. I'm not sure which album it's off of, but let me see. Where is... I need to go ahead and download the newest picture he sent me, don't I? Let's see. Sharking for Pearls. One of the greatest bands in the land, if you ask me. No, I'm just kidding. He's awesome, man. I dig my brother. Of course I'm going to dig my bro, right? But anyway, it's good to see you guys. I hope you're having a good day. Uh-oh. You mean I'm actually being joined by somebody today? Well, his camera's not on yet. I'm going to wait until I see if he's got some. There he goes. There's John. What's happening, man? How you doing today?
Well, I'm homesick.
Are you? What's wrong with you?
Yeah, I had a bad headache when I got up this morning, but it's down to a dull roar, so I figured I'd hop on.
Okay. Do you suffer from headaches a lot?
No.
No?
That's what.
I don't either.
This was sinus.
Oh, really? Yeah, well.
Because it was all up in here with the pain, so.
Yeah. You know, it's that time of year, right?
Yeah.
So. All right, what's going on with my WhatsApp app, man? It's acting stupid today. What is going on with that? Watch, I'm probably going to have to relink it. But anyway, is the music too loud, by the way? It shouldn't be too overpowering. You guys let me know in the chat. Let's see who's with us today besides John. And of course, you know. Actually, I downloaded your video for here, but it's a different one. I checked it out before the show. This is John's alternate personality.
How does it feel?
The guy from Falling Down, Michael Douglas Spartan, Falling Down. Let's see. Vince says the music is 5x5, and if you don't know who Vince is, well, you know, he's got a little introductory video too.
Womack, why am I not surprised, you piece of shit?
Yikes. But that's Vince. He's the hardest working wrench in the business. He's got all the links up there for everything. He started with this. The United States Senate has unanimously passed a resolution designating the 14th of October 2025 as the National Day of Remembrance for Charlie Kirk. You need to check that out. I don't think it was unanimous, my friend. I was watching the vote earlier today, and I don't think it was unanimous. There was some people that voted against it. And
still passed, though.
Yes, it did. It did pass, but it was not unanimous. Heidi ho, all you nerds and nerdettes, he says. And let's see who else is in here. It may just be him throwing all those links out. Oh, we've got a bot over on friggin' Kick. So yeah, there you go. And he's also pointing out that the Iron Codex Relics of Metal and Madness returns on October 1st. That's John's little codex for Dungeons and Dragons. Yeah, man, this should be pretty neat. Let me go ahead and get the Twitch thing going so I can get to work. I've been kind of busy. Okay, finally it's up and running. I wanted to share this with everybody. John knows about this already, but I wanted to make sure that everybody saw this. Let me see, where is it? Yeah, there it is. And of course my buddy has to photobomb us. It's crazy. But you guys may remember a guy named Matt from Small Time Republic. He used to be on our channel quite a bit. He took a hiatus from streaming a few years, well, actually about a year and a half ago, I guess, John, huh?
Yeah, something like that.
Anyway, he drove through here on the way to Plano, Texas for a little get-together he was going to this weekend, and I bought him lunch at USA Cafe, the same place you guys hear me getting a steak from every Wednesday night, you know. And of course, the son of the owner had to photobomb us. He was back there cooking that day. That's him between us back there. But anyway, it was good to see Matt. And he actually got to meet Chrissy Mayer last night in Plano. He went to her show in Plano, Texas. If you hang on a second, I will definitely pull up that picture and show it to you guys. Of course, you know, we have a saying with our bunch of friends, pictures or it didn't happen, right? That's Knox's famous thing he always says, right? And I told him that, and sure enough, he sent a picture. Let me go ahead and send it real quick. Here we go. Yeah. Hang on. I should have had this done already, but I am never ready for this show because it's in between days that I work, you know. So I'm never ready for this show. Let's see. And I work damn near around the clock when I'm working at Core. Let's see. Yeah, that one will work. Boom. And we should be able to click to it right now. Yeah, there it is. That's her. I guess she's got a couple of comedians she rolls with on that tour or something. But if you look right above the brunette, that's Matt right there. Small Time Republic over in Plano, having a good time this weekend. So give it up for him. He's the rumors of his demise are greatly overstated. He's doing well. You remember the last time you saw him, he had a severance and he was trying to get a job, and turns out he's actually upgraded with his job and everything. He's doing fantastic. I don't know what it is. All my friends that I stream with, they're all in IT. Every last one of them. He's does IT for the medical profession, and of course John does it for the University of Central Missouri, and Knock works for the government, basically. Yeah. So I mean, you know, you guys all do IT, and I barely know computers, and I'm the guy hosting half of this shit. So seems like you guys should be doing it, not me. But anyway, but it was great to see him. It really was great to see he's doing good, and I always try to meet up with the guys that I know. Of course, you know, I went to John's wedding, and I've met Knock up in Virginia before, and I try and go out of my way to meet these guys when I'm close. You know what I mean? So let's see. Vince says that's what my source said. Yeah, well, your source was wrong, buddy. I was watching the vote. I think there was a good 60 people that voted against it. I should replace my avatar with that clip if I ever get the chance. Yeah, right. Well, just get a picture of oh God, what's the actor's name? I just know him as Leo McGarry, the guy that plays Womack in that show. I know him as Leo McGarry on The West Wing. Let's see. and I'm just an idiot. No, you're not. You're not an idiot, buddy. You do so much good stuff for us. We appreciate it a lot, for sure. Okay, let me get this going here. Start her up. I've got everything set. All I have to do is hit start broadcast. And I do need to change my settings, because if I don't, then it's going to cut itself off in no time flat. So let me go ahead and do that. If you don't change your... Okay, it's already set for never. Okay, good. You got to set the auto lock for never on here, or your broadcast will get cut off as soon as it... You know, like if you set it for 2 minutes, the screen goes dark, it cuts off your stream. So... and I don't know if you guys know this or not, but I always use Twitch to show you what I'm doing on my iPad, because I'm just cheap and I don't want to buy the software to make Apple products interact with Microsoft products. So, you know, that's just the way I do it. Let's see. Where is... I got to refresh my channel, I think is what I got to do here. Yep, there we go. Okay, we're all set. We're all set. There's Kate Beckinsale as Supergirl. That's the cover of my iPad. If you didn't know that, that's what I use for the wallpaper. Let's see. Okay, Procreate. The program I am just enjoying the heck out of using. Let's go ahead and we'll go ahead and show you the video work so far. And this is one of my favorite pages, I gotta tell you, because you're actually seeing the eye patch interact with his weapons in this one. So let's see. Yeah, here we go. Boom. And of course, you guys know I take photographs of my sketches and I start that way, and then I do the inking over them in a layer. And of course you can't see it because I haven't hit play on this thing yet. There we go. Boom. Sorry about that. But yeah, that's my process on this so far. You know, is taking the pencil sketches. I've got the first 2 issues sketched out already. The pages plotted, but I'm taking those photographs, putting them into my iPad, and then using that as a layer in Procreate. So that is the process I'm using. And I really like this one because that big splat, it's about 2/3 of the page. You'll see as it gets inked up here that the eye patch itself is highlighted, and it's his targeting system for his weapons. So you're going to see 3 sets of crosshairs. I say crosshairs, but it's just the targeting Rubicon for, you know, his weapon. And he targets the top one is the rotors on the helicopter, and then the other 2 are the helmets of the 2 guys in the cockpit, right? And the things around the edges, of course, I left space on the bottom right for the verbiage, for the words. And then, you know, top left, it's showing his eye patch and how it interacts with it. Top right, you're seeing the captain of the boat empty his pistol in his back, thinking he's, you know, doing something that's going to attack them. You know, he's scared to death. He don't know who this dude is, you know. And then the bottom left is him actually aiming the gun with the eye patch. So, yeah, that's what I'm working on, man. I don't know. I'm enjoying the shit out of this. I just wish I had more time to work on it, you know. I've been busy this week, so I didn't get to really touch on it the way I wanted to. Plus, me and Gary both kind of we unplugged last week because of what happened in the country. We just said, yeah, this is enough. We got to get out, touch some grass, you know, that kind of thing. So, yeah, I haven't done much work on it. What's that, John?
I said I didn't. I waded into the muck.
Yeah. Well, I mean, to each his own. Whatever works for you, you know. I felt good about just getting out of it for a little bit, you know.
Well, I used my Tropic Thunder GIF so much that Twitter has now blocked me from using GIFs.
Are you kidding me?
Nope.
Tropic Thunder one. Which one? Never go full retard, that one, or?
Yeah, the you went full retard.
Oh,
Never go
man,
full
okay.
retard.
Gotcha. I would be heartbroken if X made me go without gifts. That's how I have conversations on that thing. That's all I do. Half the time I don't write anything. I just do the gift thing. Let's see. Vince says, "Admit it, Joe. You are just compensating your aim with the Patriot." Yeah, I hear you, man.
Well,
okay.
I can still use the gifts that they have.
Yeah.
I just can't upload my own.
Oh, okay. I got you. See, I use theirs. I very rarely get any outside gifts from. They've got a good library.
Yeah, but they don't have that retard one because
Well, yeah. I used one today. Let me see. Let me see if I can find it. I thought it was pretty funny because I didn't know this, but Martin had never seen the Bill O'Reilly clip from his Inside Edition days where he lost it. He had never seen that before, And I showed it to him the other day, and I used it to. Those of you that follow me on X know I really promote my buddies on here, and there's a guy named Troy Pacelli that does a midday show every day, and I used that one to say he was going live. We'll do it live. I'll write it. We'll do it live. Of course, he said, "Fuck it." I didn't want to drop an F-bomb on Troy's stuff though. But yeah, that's that's one of the funniest things I've ever seen, man. I love it. I think that's funny as hell. But anyway, yeah. I use gifts all the time on there. Now, where I left off, I've got to go ahead and... Now, this is something artists will do quite a bit of the time. If you've already drawn something and you want to put something over it... Let me see if I started another layer. Yeah, I did. You see right here, I started a layer. And I didn't know where to erase that, so what I did was I drew what I wanted, which was the blast, and I did it in a different color, right? And now I've got to go back in and make that black. So all I'm going to do is grab that little... First of all, I'm going to blow this up to where the lines are really big, so I got plenty of room to hit it with. And then I'm going to use the automatic color fill and just fill in those things as black. Right? And I'm actually getting better at this. I used to screw this up a lot, but whoop! And I just did. Damn it. I tapped it with my finger and oops. Let's see. Let's turn that off. Go back. There we go. Okay. Now, let's go back and do that again. I'm just messing up over here. Okay. Here we go. But yeah, you'll do that a lot whenever you've already drawn something and you want to put something over it. That's how you do it. You just draw it in a different color and then color it back black. That way you can tell the difference between the lines. Because if I'd drawn that black over it, I wouldn't even have seen it. You know what I'm saying? So
that's a good trick. I didn't. That's something I didn't realize.
Yeah, absolutely, man. If you'd have seen me do it live, you know what I was talking about there. But yeah,
I'm usually busy working.
Like if I want to put an explosion over his face there, I can do this on this layer. I could sit there and whoop, I'm erasing. Hang on. I could sit there and draw it in black, right? But here's the problem. Where do I stop and start the erasures? Because it's all black, right? So I can't tell the difference between it, right? So, yeah. And especially this one right here had a lot of black in it. The black shades is what I was trying to see through, right? So what you do is you just color it a different color. And I always pick something high contrast. You know, I picked red for it. And then you come back in, do the same thing again. But now you can see it, right? Now you know where it's at. And then you can go in there and erase everything. And then just color it back like I just did. And you're uptight and out of sight, right? So,
Yep.
Yeah, it's a neat little trick. I had done that before on making thumbnails. You know, I've learned a lot of this shit through making thumbnails for my YouTube channel. So, okay, the next one we've got to do. Actually, I think I'm going to do the rotors next. We got to get a picture of the helicopter real fast. Do that over here with. I've got so many browser types on here now. Like, for instance, I'm using Google Chrome for my broadcast. I'm using Edge for showing my Twitch stream so you guys can see it. And now I'm using Brave to find this picture. Let's see. Find helicopter.
Well, Brave's just a fork of Chrome, so.
Yeah. Well, I'm just saying, it's an easy way for me to tell the difference between what I'm doing. You know what I mean? Without doing it all in the same thing and having a bunch of tabs open. And I got to tell you, I'm so glad that I was introduced to Brave by Jed. That I did my show with Danny on Sunday, and sure enough, no pop-ups. Not you know, it's usually read an article, have a biscuit kind of thing, you know. Pop-ups are constantly popping up there, you know. But that one there, I gotta say, it didn't mess up on me. So, okay, let's go ahead and pull this over here. Let me see. Hang on. I had a good picture. What happened to it? There it is. Okay. Take that and let's just go ahead and download it. Okay, there we go. And then I'll pull that tab over here so you guys can see it. And what we'll do is we'll make it a little bit smaller. The window, that is. Right, we'll put it over the side, but then I'm going to blow it up because I want to see some of the detail to it, right? So, and we're talking about where the rotors are on top of the helicopter. Okay, so we've got, you know what? I need a better picture of that, don't I? Yeah, let's keep looking for a better picture here. Oh, okay. Here's one where they're not, it's either not turning or it's not turning as fast. I can see really well what it looks like. Oh, no. Really? It says error. Great. Well, you know what? There's more than one way to skin a cat, boys and girls. I see a really good picture I can use here, but it is, when I try to download it, it says error, right? So what do? You do, let's see. What's it called? What's this program called? I think it's called Snippet, I think. That's what it's called? Yeah, Snipping Tool. Yeah. If you've never seen it before, this is what it looks like on my little toolbar. It looks like a pair of scissors, right? And a little circle. And you just hit new. And what it does is it freezes your whole screen. And then you can just grab what you want, which I'm doing on another screen here. Once that's done, I save it as just whatever the hell I want to save it as. And hit enter, and then I can open it and show it to you guys. Let's see. Open the files. Open the files so I can show them the picture. Come on. Okay, there we go. And no, don't worry, you're not going to see a porn stash on here or anything. I gotta, you know what? I gotta get this into the Geek Squad to get my browser updated for Edge, the operating system, because isn't it in October they're going to stop servicing 10? Because that's what I'm still on.
Yeah.
Is 10. So, okay. So you see here, this is a much better picture for it. It looks like the rotors are turning, but they're not turning that fast. But I can see what's going on here a lot easier, right? Or I could, let's take a look. Do I want to do this? Do all that hard work? Or do I want to go back to another panel and copy and paste again? Because I can do that, see?
Yeah.
Let's see. Let's see how much detail I put in the rotors before. Nah, I think we're going to go ahead and draw it because, as you can see here, it just looks like a couple of spirals. You know what I mean? So, yeah, I think we'll do that. Let's go here. And then we'll go ahead and draw it up. Now, let's go ahead and turn the sketch on, because I did have a certain visual I wanted. Yeah, I was tilted a little off kilter, right? We'll go ahead and put that in there. And then we'll get to drawing it. Yeah, we'll get a shaft in the middle. Okay, first of all, let's go ahead and do it on the same sheet as the helmet. Let's do that. Let's do it on that one. You guys can't see it because of that picture, but I've got a list of tabs that I've got here. Let's go ahead and turn them off so you can see what I'm talking about here. Okay, so there's the sketch, and you see I'm on the same as the helmet one, right? And I'm going to go ahead and draw it on there. But the other ones I have are the blast on that helmet, right? I've got the main inking page with all the stuff on it. I've got another one with just that was a copy and paste of the helicopter that I put behind it, which you're not really going to see much of. It's more of a backdrop. You see more of it down here on the bottom around the guns, right? And then there's another one with just the crosshairs on it. So I don't want to draw on the crosshairs. I'm not even worried about the crosshairs, really, so we'll turn that one off. That's about the only one we need to turn off. So let's go ahead and draw this up. And we'll do it dustly. We got black going already. We're on the Bakersville. We're ready to roll. Let's go ahead and do this.
Yeah, a creator that I follow is singing the praises of Brubaker. I figure you'd appreciate that.
Oh, yeah. Brubaker, the movie? Hell yeah, man. That was a good flick. I haven't watched it in a long time. The only one I've watched since... Go ahead.
He called it a powerful film from back when they knew how to make real movies.
Yeah, right?
Yep.
Well, the thing about it was, I don't know if you remember, if I remember that movie correctly, wasn't there some people in the background making money off of stuff in that prison, and they were actually trying to kill him, right? Because of some of the stuff he was doing. He was a reformist, the Brubaker character. Huh?
It's based on a true story.
Yeah, it is based on a true story. Yeah, that's a good movie. I need to go back and watch that one. I really do. The only one I've watched since he passed away was Horse Whisperer, and I did it because my mother wanted to watch something, and I said, you know what? That'll be a good one for her to watch. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And she enjoyed it immensely. She really did. Let's see. Okay, each one of those is a support for the rotor. That's what I'm seeing there. What I'm talking about, guys, is this right here. I was wondering what these lines here are, and that's what they are. They're supports for the rotor. You've got the rotors here, and then you've got this plate right on top of the... I'm not sure. What would you call that? An axle that it's on right there?
Drive shaft.
Drive shaft? Okay. And then you've got this plate right here with the supports on it. So that's what we're looking at here. And that's what I'm trying to recreate. I mean, I don't want to get too technical with it, but I want it to look kind of realistic. So, But I don't know the mechanics of this at all, so I'm kind of winging it. But we want to definitely show that the rotors are here. And we're going to make them extremely large.
Well, those armatures that are underneath, those tilt the blades and allow the helicopter to slide forward or backwards. It
Right.
changes the angle of how steep,
Right.
how much air the rotors push.
Yeah. Yeah, I knew those things could rotate. That's how the thing turns and all that stuff. I'm sure the rotor on the tail has the same kind of thing, I'm sure.
Well, that's mainly, I mean, it does, but it's mainly for stabilization.
Yeah.
Because otherwise, if you didn't have that or some sort of, like the Russian helicopters have the two blades that counter spin, helicopter will just spin because it'll spin around the shaft.
That's interesting shit, man. I don't know that much about it myself, but okay, so that looks like enough detail in there. I just want to show the stuff that's under there. Of course, this is going to be black. Now, some of this I'm just going to fill in. I guess, hang on one second. Let's go ahead and put the crosshairs on real quick. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and keep that on. I know I'm drawing on a different level, so I don't have to worry about drawing over this stuff, but what I need to look at is how far I need to draw. I've done a bunch of work here I don't need to do, you know?
Yeah.
So let's not, I don't like doing more than I have to. So we'll leave it on. And I haven't decided what color these are going to be yet, if they're going to be green or blue or... I'm thinking blue. I want them to be red, white, or blue kind of thing, you know? Let's see. Okay, that plate on the bottom. Okay. So yeah, that's attached to this thing. We'll just go ahead and draw that in here. And hang on. Yeah, there we go. I am just messing this up. Stop it. There we go. That's more like it. And then this one will come out of here. Those are going to be behind. And then the ones... Let's get this plate going the way it looks there. It looks like it lines up pretty good with that. And we'll show a little bit of detail here. I think that's looking cool. So your headache isn't as bad. What'd you take for it? What's the miracle cure, bro?
Well, we call it a cocktail.
Yeah?
It's 4 ibuprofen and 2 Excedrin.
Okay. That'll work, man. Oh, it popped it straight. You sorry bastard. If I want you curved, you stay curved. There you go. Okay. And then there's something here. I don't know what that is. All I'm doing is drawing the shapes, guys. I really don't know the mechanics of this at all. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm just basically recreating the shapes I'm seeing. And then we've got the let me take a look at the one that's coming straight at me that I was looking at a minute ago. Yeah, okay. So let's go ahead and draw that there. That's the top of the helicopter right there. Now look, I said stay curved, you. Stay curved. Okay, so we got that. And then we'll finish doing this up on this side. It's just going to look much like that. Right? What are they saying in the chat, man? What are they talking about over there? Here, blinks every once in a while. You've already learned how to hide folders. I don't have to hide folders on this computer, man. If anybody looks at some stuff they don't need to be looking at on this computer, my streaming computer, they're going to get shot. And besides, I'm the only one that can get into it. You know what I'm saying? That's why in movies you see a helicopter spin out of control when the rear rotor is hit. Yeah, gotcha. Yeah. It's to keep it going in a straight line, right? Let's see.
Well, the tail rotor pushes against the turn, the natural turn that the helicopter wants to do with the giant spinning.
Right, with the giant spinning blades on top of it, right?
Yeah.
Let's see. Oh, it popped it straight. That's what she said. You have to go there every time, don't you? You got to make it weird, right? You got to make it weird. All right, let's see. Let's go and keep. Okay. And then we're going to finish this up by making it look just like that. Man, we've got to... Oh, look at that. I did it again. Okay, that's good. Sometimes I can just... See, watch this. That's how it went straight, right? But if I just back off once, it draws it the way I drew it last, right?
Your hind picture is in front of what you're drawing.
Oh, I'm sorry. I am sitting here messing up. Okay, that's where it should be. Okay, so what I did was I drew a picture, I drew a line, and it popped it straight like that. All I have to do is back up once, and it'll show it the way I intended it to be. And then we'll go. I think we can go ahead and fill this in. It looks like it's pretty closed up. Let's try it. Yep, did just fine. But I do want some other stuff shown in here. Let's use the eraser. Just do that. Just do a little bit of that. And then we want to finish coloring it in. That's going to go, let's see. I might be able to pop both of those too. Let's see. We'll try it. Yep.
This is a good day for you to be working on your comic book.
Why do you say that?
Because it's International Talk Like a Pirate Day.
Talk Like a Pirate Day? Say what? No way. That's cool. Arr, matey. Oh my God.
Yeah, I just don't feel like doing it.
I don't feel like doing it either, man.
Otherwise, I would have done it already.
The only reason why I made him a pirate is because I curse like one. You know. So that looks kind of out of place, so I'm gonna put that right there like that. Then I do need to go ahead and color these in manually because they're not closed up, I don't think. Got to remember, you're drawing on a different level here. And then I'm going to go ahead and bring the other one forward as soon as I'm done erasing the hash mark out of it. Okay, that looks pretty good. Let's get rid of the sketch and see what it looks like. Yeah, that looks good. Okay, so let's get on. No, we'll stay here and do the erasing because the lines, you're going to mess with the lines if you don't. Okay. Whoop! Went a little bit outside the lines. Short strokes, boys and girls.
That's what she said.
I knew that was coming. Knew it was coming.
I wanted to beat Vince this time.
You beat him. You beat him. You definitely beat him. I don't know why I'm doing the racing now because I'm fixing to do something else here in a minute because what am I missing? What did I not draw?
The explosion.
The explosion. The POW. The POW part of it. Okay. Oh, and the same problem I had before. I can't see where I'm going to have to erase, right? And I shouldn't even be doing it on this level, as a matter of fact. Okay, so let's get over to the blast one. Let's get to that one, and let's go with the red again. And now you can see what I was talking about. Let's see. Bakersville. Okay. And then we'll take this, and we'll go ahead and draw it. I'm sorry, I'm concentrating, guys. I tend not to talk when I'm concentrating. So. What are you munching on, by the way?
Some chips.
Cool.
Specifically, Doritos Sweet Tangy Barbecue.
Sweet Tangy Barbecue, he says. Nice.
I was trying to do it as quietly as possible.
No, you're good, man. No, you're not bothering anybody. If you're wondering why I'm pausing so much, I'm letting the lines pop into place. I'm trying to make them different lengths, you know. Don't want it to be perfect. But I got to thinking about it. Do I want him to be somebody that straight up murders people and shit? Or I think the privateer is going to be a guy that's going to try not to kill people, but it's not going to break his heart if he does. You know what I mean? Because I think I told you guys already some of the verbiage I'm going to change on this from what I originally wrote. Okay, that's it there. So now let's change to that layer. Let's get out the syrup pen. Well, actually, no, just get the eraser out. And then we're going to erase underneath. Oh, missed just a little bit. We want to erase inside the blast, right? So there we go. Oh, God. Joe, remember you're using syrup. Because, look, when you're using syrup, the more pressure you put down, the wider stuff gets. You know what I mean? So,
yeah,
you got to watch that. That can mess you up. And we're going to blend all these layers together whenever we're done here. That's what we're going to do. At least that's the way I'm going to do it. Now, I don't know what Gary does. He's the professional. That's who you really need to ask. Because I'm sure each one of his has different, a whole lot of different layers to it, you know?
No, I'm sure.
Yeah. Got to remember, guys, I am a complete rookie when it comes to this. I have never done this before. So we'll see what happens. Get out of here, Substack. Nobody cares. Let's see what's going on here. Vince says, Joe can only manage short strokes. I beg to differ, sir. He's not trying to kill anyone. He says right when he draws someone getting shot in the head, the guy's wearing a helmet, sir. Okay? The guy's wearing a helmet. That's all I'm going to tell you. Guy's wearing a helmet. And he's far away from him. And it's not a high caliber bullet. Okay? Just telling you. Just telling you. Okay. So we're done with that. Now let's get back on the burst level and let's clean up the burst because as you can see, it's bleeding into the crosshairs quite a bit there. So we'll clean that up real fast. Everything inside the crosshairs. Let's get that out of there.
Okay, Taco Bell's lost its mind.
Uh-oh. What did Taco Bell do?
They're coming out in November with a Mountain Dew Baja Blast pie.
Look out! Is that bad for you?
It looks like a slice of off-color key lime pie.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, so we've got another piece done. Now, I know that looks like complete garbage. You can't tell what that is. Okay? I understand that completely. But it hasn't been colored yet. Okay? It just looks like a bunch of lines and shit, right? But when we... Here, I'll just show you. Since we're almost out of time for this week, so I'll just go ahead and play around with the colors real quick and show you. First of all, you want to have... you want your color scheme to continue to be the same, right? So we go back to one I've already colored, and the one that I've already colored all the way through with the flats is the first page, right? So we come over here and grab the sky color. Then go back over to the drawing, and let's start a new layer called color. And it's going to go underneath everything. Hang on a second. Let me move it down. Okay. And we're going to rename that color. And I just want to see if it's going to look like anything whenever I'm done with this. All right. So we're going to use the syrup because none of this... You got to remember, I'm dealing with about 3 different layers here. So we're on the color layer, right? Yeah. And then we want to get the syrup pencil out for coloring. And then, for instance, we're going to do the sky color. Well, most of this is sky colored. Most of it is. Okay. So we'll do that. Why am I not just using the tool to fill it in? Because I haven't put the layers together yet. I really don't want to do that till I'm done with the art. Okay? I want to have the freedom to do what I was just doing. Drawing something and then drawing something right over it, right? So, to continue that, I'm going to have to go ahead and manually color this in. Right? And I don't have to stay in the lines. I just have to make sure I don't go into places that I want to be a different color, right? And we'll do the same thing on this side. And I went a little bit in there, but I can erase that real fast. I'm getting better at switching back and forth on this pretty easily. It's all practice, man. Once you've done it a few times, you get used to it, you know? And I tell you, I can't praise my daughter enough for showing me this. I really can't. I wouldn't even be doing this comic book if I had to manually ink this. I wouldn't be doing it because I'd be so afraid I was going to mess up my pencil work, you know, that I wouldn't even do it. Yeah. Okay, next up, the next color we're going to use, I think we're going to come up with a gray because that's pretty much gray metal, as you can see there. So we'll take, let's see, we'll get that ring going and we'll pull black and let's pull up a gray. Doesn't need to be super gray though. That looks good there. I like the color wheel because you make things pretty fast, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then we're gonna color in some gray stuff, and that'll be the mechanical parts of this thing, right? And actually that needs to be black in there, I think. And now it should be looking more like what we want it to look like. Before it just looked like a bunch of lines, you know. Now it's starting to look like something. Ooh, that needs some black right there, if I remember. Yeah, this is gray, and the other part of it is black. And that's supposed to be black too, so. So let's go ahead and get the black out, finish that. That's on the ink part, though. I gotta get the right... Yeah, this one. That part's gonna be black right there. And then... Let's get the gray back out. I see some more gray I need to do. Oh! Wrong! I forgot to switch levels. So we gotta hit the back button. Change back the color. Now we're ready to go. And it switched to erase on me. I hate it when it does that. Okay. Color the rest of this in gray. The way I wanted it. And then I think there's a little bit more that needs to be black here. Yeah, that's the right one. Okay, yeah, it's this piece right here. Should have been black.
You got a white line on that actuator cone.
On the actuator cone. Yes, I do, on purpose. It's a highlight on the metal. Yeah, okay. I did that on purpose. There's one on each one, if you noticed.
No,
and
I got
then
a helicopter in front of half of it, so.
And then, okay, now that I'm looking at it, I see there's more sky I need to do. Right? This is what's going to make it look right, right? Oh, wrong level. Switch back to color, Joe. Okay. Fill in the gaps, and then the color of the helicopter, which is... Did I make a color for the helicopter yet? I don't think I have, but we'll just make it green for now. Like a forest green, a darker green, but it's kind of pale. Right in there looks good for now. And that's going to be the color of the helicopter, right? Now you should be able to see a little bit better what it is. And now that I'm looking at it, it needs some more shade to it. Go back to the inking level. And we'll get the baker's fill out. And we'll go back to black.
You know how Paramount was trying to buy Warner Brothers?
Mm-hmm.
Netflix has entered the picture.
Oh boy. It's a bidding war, boys and girls.
Netflix has more money, I'm sure.
You know they do. So there you go. Let me get rid of that, or just move it over to the side. Now, when I pull it down, I think it's got just enough to be able to tell you what that is.
Yep.
So there you go. You know, once you see the pictures of the helicopter on the other pages, like this page right here, you'll be able to tell what that is, you know? So, yeah, I think that works. But like I said, without the color, you really can't tell what that is. It's kind of hard to tell what it is. That's why I went ahead and showed it to you with color. So, yeah. Okay. So, that is going to do it for this week, boys and girls. We got a little bit more done. I promise you, I'm going to do more work. I will get this page finished. I've only got, let's take a look at how much I've got left to do on this page before we get out of here. Look at the whole thing and turn on the sketch, and you see that I've got to do the details on, well, I've got some details to do on all panels. Not much, but definitely need to do the details on this guy. I've got to get my picture of a flintlock that I'm using as the model for that. All I've got is a cylinder there, basically. And that is not what I want that to look like. I want that to look more like a flintlock, an actual flintlock, right? We've got to do that. And we've got to... And, of course, this area down here is going to stay wide open, right, for the verbiage and stuff. And we've got to do the second helmet, the second pilot. But his helmet isn't going to be getting hit straight on, right? His is going to be hit in the side. If you look at the sketch, his head is turned to the side, right? You see right there how it looks like he's looking sideways. I'm going to hit him in the ear hole with it, right? So, there you go. This one's about done. I'll finish that up this week, and we'll be well into page 8 by the time we get going again. on this show.
Good.
How's that sound?
Get along.
I like it, man. I'm telling you, I got rid of deadlines. I'm gonna take my time and have fun doing this and enjoy myself, and whenever it's ready to go, you guys will have an opportunity to get it. Okay, so that's how that's gonna work. Let's check in with the chat. It's mostly Vince just talking back to us. Let's see. Let's see. He says, I'm not sure about helicopters, the Russians in particular, but jet fighter cockpits are made to withstand a bird strike. Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Yeah.
You're right. But, hey, the Privateer's got high-tech stuff, man. Okay? Yeah. It's got high-tech stuff. You got to remember, it's a comic book, buddy.
Yeah.
It's a comic book. He's also got a friggin' shield around him that fucking absorbs energy. Okay? So things don't ricochet off him. Remember that. I mean, it's not the real world. It's a comic book. But what I think is funny, I was just thinking about this today. You know what I think's funny? I wrote this a while ago. Okay?
Yeah.
This show has been on for almost 4 years now. Right?
Yeah.
I'm protecting the Coast Guard against enemies in the Pacific. Or, excuse me, the Atlantic. That are running drugs.
Yeah.
What has our administration's been doing with drug runners here lately? Blowing them right out of the water, right? I'm like, you know what? Did I predict the future when I wrote this? No, this kind of trafficking goes on all the fucking time.
Simpsons did it first.
Yeah, the Simpsons did it first. Yes, they did. They test that with frozen chickens. What?
Yeah, they shoot frozen chickens at the helmets to test their when they come out with a new one. Yeah.
Let's see. That was one scene from the Top Gun Maverick where it just had to roll my eyes. I had to roll my eyes. Okay. I'm not sure what he's talking about there. Scene from Top Gun Maverick.
I don't remember.
I don't really know. But I'm sure he'll expand before we get out of here. He's got all the links up here for you guys for all the stuff. So, look, I want you to remember to go by JoesAtmosfere.com. There's links there to my Subscribe page. These are ways for you to support the channel. You can also go, there's a button there to take you to my Amazon page where you can get the $1 preview copy of the Privateer. Of course, if you've seen this show, you know about it. Just spread the word about it, man. The bird strike scene during and after the dogfight. Yeah. I thought that was kind of weird myself. I really did. I mean, we've heard about bad bird strikes though. There was a commercial jet's nose cone was pierced by a fucking large bird here recently, and it got blasted by one. But hey. What you gonna do, man? Yeah, I thought that was kind of funny too. I've never heard of a fighter jet getting taken down by a bird. I've never heard of that. But then again, we hear about mechanical failures all the time. It could be fucking bird strikes. We don't know. But anyway, okay, boys and girls, go by JoesAtmosfere.com and you'll get links to my Subscribe, my zero issue of the comic book. It's just 5 pages. Inked, the first 5 pages, that kind of thing. And definitely go check that out if you want to support the channel. Of course, as far as streaming goes, and by the way, commissions are always open on my website too. There's a way for you to email me if you want me to. The main thing I do is pencil sketch portraits. I guess I should show. I need to put together a package of portraits that I've done to show people what I do. Most guys that know me know I'm really good at it. That's the one thing that I do great. I'm really good at the human face, and I draw those very well. So if you need that special Christmas gift, John's got one hanging in his house right now. Yep. I gave him as a wedding present. Just hit me up on the email, and I'll be glad to do up whatever you need. A lot of people, what they do is they get me to put their family together when they can't get them together for a portrait. All they have to do is give me the pictures, and I make it look like they're sitting right there together. So You guys go check that out if you ever need something like that. Just email me and I'll do it up for you. I ship anywhere. I've sent Christian DeLorme was my first international customer. I sent one of him and Mel up to him. So anyway, definitely go check out JoesAtmosfere.com. And as far as the streaming schedule goes, we do this at 1 p.m. every Friday. I do it for an hour before I go to work. Back to work, I should say. I just got off at 8 and I go back at 4. I got 8 hours off. So anyway, you guys come check it out. Sketching the Privateer will be back next week as I do some more work on America's Pirate Patriot, the Privateer. You guys come check it out every Friday at 1 p.m. Central Time. Next time you'll see John will be tonight at 8 p.m. Central Time on Gaming Night with John. Have you run a test to see if it's going to do worth a shit for you since you've been home today? You might want to do that.
I'm rebuilding everything.
Are you? Okay. All
Yeah.
right. So he's taking time to rebuild everything. He had to play GTA for a little bit last week because it crashed on him. But that's always fun, too. You guys come have a good time with Martin, John, and Knock as he assaults Fallout Tale of Two Wastelands. He's deep into New Vegas right now. Come check it out at 8 p.m. Central Time on Pop Culture Minefields channel. And then, of course, Sunday morning at 10 a.m., you can see me and John Knock together, and Highlanders there for the first hour as we talk football on NFL Pregame Party. It's the Week 3 tailgate this Sunday at 10 a.m. Central Time. Everything football without the betting bullshit. You guys come check it out. And then at 6 p.m. Central Time on Sunday, it's time for the brothers to hack the Matrix. Me and Highlander will show you everything you need to know about the clown show that is 2025 through today's headlines. The brothers hack the Matrix every Sunday at 6 p.m. Sharp. And then, of course, Monday morning is time for Military Monday over on Pop Culture Minefields channel. Gary Pope and I are veterans, and we'll be talking with Martin and Anima about a military movie at 10 a.m. Central Time on Pop Culture Minefields channel. And then, of course, at 4 p.m. Central Time, It's Only Talk and Roll comes your way on That 70s Rock Fans channel. I think this week we're doing the Battle of Britain. He pushed it a week, I think. And it's the 85th anniversary of the Battle of Britain, so he's going to do that movie. That's pretty good. We're going to talk about it at 4 p.m. Central Time on That 70s Rock Fans channel. And then at 6:30 p.m. Central Time, it's time for Video Games, Cocktails, and Fails. Papa Joe Gamer After Dark. And this week, it's part 2 of my first-time playthrough of Mass Effect 3. It's part 2 of it. And look at that. I screwed up the thumbnail. I need to move that part 2 down. It'll take me about 2 seconds to do. But yeah, Mass Effect 3 this week at 6:30 p.m. Central Time on Monday. And then, of course, Wednesdays on Pop Culture Minefields channel at 3 p.m. Central Time. It's time for Wednesday afternoon matinee. I'm not sure what they're doing this week, but it'll be me and Martin getting together with Gary and Anima talking about a movie at 3 p.m. Central Time on Wednesday. And then, of course, it's time for State of the Atmosphere. This week's show, of course, we always do the pop culture update. We talk about movies, shows, games. We check in on the girlfriend of the show, Sydney Sweeney. And this week, it will be the October movie releases, because this is the last Wednesday before, because the next Wednesday is October 1st. And you know what's going to happen then. When we get it on October, every show in October is about horror movies and Halloween. So we're gonna be talking a lot about that this month, because we gotta knock a list of movies to watch for horror movies. He's not as into horror as much as we are, but he's game to watch him as long as we give him plenty of time to watch him before Halloween. So you guys come check out State of the Atmosphere at 5:30 p.m. Central Time on Wednesday. And that wraps it up for me and John this week. Let's check the chat one more time before we get out of here. It's mostly my man Vince just filling you in on things. Don't forget about the music. Yeah, Sharkin' for Pearls available everywhere your favorite music platform plays music. And he also wants to let you guys know, cheerio, guys and gals. See you next time, and stay nerdy, everybody, and have yourself a great weekend. And you know what I'm going to tell you? I'm going to tell you, I want you guys to be safe. Hang on, we said one more thing. As long as it's under 2 hours, Yeah. Yeah, you're right. Knock will not watch something that's longer than 2 hours. That's right. I forgot about his cutoff. He's got to have that, right? We've got to be efficient. He should be a huge fan of John Carpenter because all his movies are an hour and a half long. But anyway, that's right. Knock. That's right. Okay, well, listen, guys. Thanks for being here. Thanks for supporting the channel. We couldn't do it without you guys. We wouldn't be doing it without you guys. So you guys keep coming by and let everybody know that I'm doing this every Friday so they can get the skinny on the Privateer before it even comes out. Anyway, I want you guys to be safe. And until we see you again, I want you guys to keep on keeping on. God bless.